and a few things I'd like to share with you. Okay, forget the quotes. Let's look at this day in Ghana history. Today is the 18th of December. So on this day, 122 years ago, Nana Joseph Kwame Boakye Dankwa was born on this day in 1895. He was a Ghanaian statesman, he was a Pan-Africanist, he was a scholar, he was a lawyer, he was a historian, and he was a founding member of the United Gold Coast Convention, UGCC. So JB Dankwa, born on this day 122 years ago. He died on the 4th of February 1965. So that's a throwback into history for you. 18th December, birthday of JB Dankwa. Okay, let's see what's happening on StarFMOnline.com. The president says it has not been easy. What is he talking about? We want to know. So he says it has been a smooth sailing since he assumed office, but he's optimistic he will succeed. Well, he has to give hope. He can't say I can't succeed. It can't work like that. So he was speaking to MPP delegates at a special national conference in Kumasi last Sunday, talking about having inherited a bankrupt economy. Yeah, so we're going to hear all this stuff again, you know. Let's move forward, Mr. President and everybody else. Let's move forward, okay? Yeah, the rear view mirror of the NDC is enough now. Yeah, but yeah, so we've got to say it. He inherited a bankrupt economy, but because of the ingenuity of the people he's working with, he's be able to lay a good foundation. We're waiting for the first anniversary of the MPP's administration, which is 7th January, and hopefully we'll be looking forward and less of the move, looking back, you know, looking back. As a driver, I know that if you look back all the time, you may crash. We don't want to crash. Okay, MPP conference, dual citizenship exclusion, disastrous, says the president. There'll be more on that, of course, in Breakfast Review. Now, there was some $100,000 expatriates sitting close to the president kind of fee thing going on. And so the claim was that there was this event where you had to pay some good money to sit next to the president. And the Trade Ministry says, look, forget it. It didn't happen. See, they were not responsible for the supposed charges that expatriate businesses paid. So the Trade Ministry is dissociating itself from those supposed charges. But let's read. They say the Ghana Expert Business Awards was the brainchild of the Millennium Excellence Foundation. And so the statement comes on the back of claims contained in a leaked document that business owners were charged as much as $100,000 to sit close to the president at the event. Claim was first made by the Member of Parliament for Asawansi constituency in the Ashanti region, Honorable Muntaka Mubarak, who is responsible for whipping the NDC members into line in Parliament. And so the Ministry of Trade has come up with a really long press release, a 16-point press release, distancing themselves from what is going on there. But, well, we'll see how that goes, whether people believe it or not. No fuel price increment, says the National Petroleum Authority, and ECOWAS leaders have resolved to fight terrorism and political instability. It's a lot more talk from ECOWAS. What else do we expect? They talk all the time. Well, hopefully talk will lead to action. A couple of trends I want to show you. EIB Election Hub, of course, we're following the NPP conference yesterday. NPP amendments also trending nicely. And then you've got your football stuff, Liverpool, Kaba, trending. Yes, we were at the funeral on Saturday. May he rest in perfect peace. Man City, Liverpool. Dennis will come in here. He will be sad because Inter Milan lost. I'll be happy because Man U won, and I'll tease him. Okay, WhatsApp number is 020. What's the number again? Interesting number. It will come. This will give it to me. Brain freeze. This over to you.
All right, so it's 6:42, and of course, King Kav, I can do that for you. I'll gladly do that. It's a 0246 020 580. Got it this time. Woo! All right, so that's our WhatsApp number. Get to share with us, you know, all of those issues. Whatever you want to talk about this morning, put it on there as well, as you just, you know, saw Kafi do for you, the online trends just gone by. And I'm bringing you all the talking points from the newspapers this morning. So yes, as and when they come up, those ones that catches your attention, you want to share them with us as well. Your headlines now. And don't forget, today is International Day for migration. Yes, so we're looking at a safe migration for a world on the move. How about that? Great theme, if you ask me. But yes, my guest and I will be probably, touching on it a bit on the Breakfast Review segment pretty shortly. Well, the Daily Graphic newspaper leads with, let recent history guide us. President tells NPP faithful. That's your biggest, story coming out of the Delegates Congress or conference that happened for the NPP the weekend. A lot of, stories that came out of there. We're going to be discussing them into detail, plus, of course, all of those proposals that have been shot down. We know, by the way, though, that the elections is happening next month, so we're going to be bringing you up to date, reportage on that particular one. Page 3 has more details, and that's your biggest story. Swine flu vaccines now expected this week. Some good news for us, at least finally there. And BOG to place temporary ban on new banking licenses. Okay, so some reforms happening there with the Bank of Ghana and indeed the banking sector as well. Page 16, 32-year-old woman beats son to death. Wow. What could this poor boy have done to have, deserved this? Well, who am I to talk? I'm sure that the, law enforcement agencies are definitely, doing the needful. Okay, that's a rather sad one for me this morning. Let's move on to the Ghanaian Times newspaper now. We've laid foundation for jobs, President declares. The NPP Extraordinary Delegates Conference. So, yeah, that's another one. I obviously know that all the papers this morning will be reporting this as their major stories. The NPP Delegates Conference that happened the weekend. So that's another one, another headline story that's coming out of, that Congress that happened the weekend. Bost is still in the news, commits to supply petroleum products to West African states. All right, so they're moving out of Ghana and doing something else in the region. Okay, well, so that's the latest with Bost. Yes, the woman who beat up her son to death has been captured here as well. Okay, so indeed, the Ghanaian Times actually goes on to say that it's over some 120 Ghana cedis. Really? Okay. Kaba, a very good friend and colleague, yes, finally laid to rest. And this weekend was very solemn. All of us, continue to mourn this great brother and colleague. And so, of course, like we've said since the news broke, may he rest in perfect peace. Definitely his legacy will continue to live. So these are the trends, plus more on crime, some world news, more on politics as well, and of course, news from especially Africa captured by your Ghanaian Times, as always. So that is it. Let's see what else comes up. So Daily Heritage, my homegrown newspaper, so leads with price of passport forms to go up by 100%. Okay, we will find out exactly what is informing this upward review, but some more details on page 3, so you can grab yourselves copies of your Daily Heritage newspaper and read a bit more on that. 150,000 jobs for grabs. I think we've known this, even before the president had to go, to repeat it at the Delegates Congress. So yes, that's another one coming out of the NPP Congress. Woman freed after defiling girl. 14. Okay, that's kind of interesting. I would want to definitely find out a bit more about this one. Page 5 has more details, by the way. That's it, your Daily Heritage newspaper. Do not forget, though, those features you can't afford to miss. So grab yourselves copies of today's edition of the paper and read some more. I'm wrapping up now with the Daily Dispatch newspaper, and it says that with 21% of Ghanaians supporting Galamsey, ban on Galamsey to be lifted in January 2018. So last week, yes, we heard the sector minister, the Honorable Peter Amewu, speak to this fact. And he's been talking about how that, that ban could be lifted sometime next month. So yes, as and when they happen, as and when it happens, we'll share with you as well. And we'll be looking at exactly, what is informing, the lifting of the ban as well. I'm sure that these are questions that you want to be asking. As well, Nagrat is talking about some arrears owed them, a tune of 15 million Ghana cedis, which should be paid else When Nagrat says else, you know exactly what it means. Some strike looming. All right, well, so these are some of your trends. We'll share more of that with you in a short while. That definitely will come up after we've heard from you. So it's your turn now to run, to share with us exactly what it is that is bothering you. Citizen's Voice coming up next, plus your messages on all our social media platforms.
Christmas, and we come bearing lots of gifts for you and your family.
That's right. This December, it promises to be lit. 13th of December is our start day, and it's 12 days of Christmas.
Yep, with myself, Regina Van Helvets, and
Santa Giovanni coming.
It's very, very simple. All you have to do is to be a part of the show. We'll ask a few questions, play lots of games, and when you win yourself something amazing, you're gonna share with us. Right?
That's right. Yeah. And mom and dad, the kids are home. Time to gather around your screens and catch all the fun and excitement right here on GH1 television.
12 days of Christmas with my man Giovanni.
That's right. That's right. No, sharing is scary. This season is about sharing. But no, my mobile money number is 0.
Anyway, so make a date with us right here on GH1 TV. It is 12 days of Christmas with myself and Giovanni.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
On the 12th
day of Christmas, my true love gave to me
a partridge in the pear tree.
That's right.
On the second day
of Christmas, my true love gave to me Ghana Jollof. That is loose peas, that's very lovely.
I'm sorry. There was no plantain chips.
Then it wasn't there, but they thought of it again. Yeah, I'm singing from the New Testament.
12 Days of Christmas is proudly brought to you by Oba Spaghetti, My Dear Rice, Saloon Services Hair and Beauty Academy, Verna Natural Mineral Water, Davis Palace, Blessed Child Foods, and Accra City Hotel.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
There are conversations, and there are real conversations.
The tumor had eaten. Oh my God. I can't, you can't visualize it without. Yeah. If I had to lose my boots, would you be worried? Don't answer that
yet. Stories and real life stories.
I think I've known about breast cancer for quite some time.
Okay.
But I never really thought
that it would happen.
It will happen to me, but it happened.
But amidst all the chaos around the world, we still find a way to have some fun, because that's what we're all about.
Today, are you enjoying it?
No. A brand new show, a brand new me, and certainly brand new conversations about anything and everything, from social issues to food, health, life choices, work life, and even sex. Yeah, sometimes. No holds barred. With a team of young vocal individuals and some professionals, we're redefining talk and entertainment. My name is Bella Mundi, and this is The Late Afternoon Show.
The Late Afternoon Show, showing on GH1 TV every Monday and Friday at 4 p.m. and proudly brought to you by Niche Chocolate, Taste of Ghana, Electroland Ghana.
All right, and we're back. 6:53, 7 minutes, and we hit 7 it is time for you to tell us what's on your mind, guys. You know that we like to listen, but just keep it short. Let's try and do 60 seconds like we always say. You know, put it all in and just rant. We're here. I'm here. Queen B's here. King Cuff is here. What are you waiting for? The phone lines are opened. It's your turn to tell us what's going on with you, Cuff.
Let's go straight to Lukman in Kumasi. Lukman, Machu. Aboko na uso eh. Afishapa. One time. Thank you very much.
That's right.
All right. Pacho, go ahead. Go through. Get you.
MPP. Amendment be constitution. Na the proposal be the ese omo monone enka yemfa mbrabi fa ni omo no na Ghana mampanyin na adan kwakufado ese papa no wodwene Ghana fo nyina ho fini ame no ade ba kwa mede ne say omo amanone no abri bia no omo contribute ese so omo ma Ghana akurampo na omo contribute omo di sika e de board of wa man no e de board of wa party no e di me say di say ka ti e de sa mbrabi e ba ba yiyi Enfantile minority, exactly. I say the contribution of the yeah, also what Timby or Krumba, also Timby. It's really not your mom pie.
All right.
Ghana Mampayeti, not Ghana, no, every Adumu, and Quadumu, Yamekano,
yeah, that was Lukman. Thank you very much, Lukman, calling us from Kumasi in Ashanti region, basically speaking about this proposal that was shot down. This was supposed to have prevented Ghanaians of dual citizenship from taking part in the internal affairs of the MPP as far as getting particular positions, and that proposal has been shot down apparently, and so he's happy about that because he believes that the contribution of such Ghanaians is key to the success of the new patriotic party. So that's Lukman.
Well, I mean, good for them because that definitely would well affects their party work. So let's see exactly what they come up with, you know, in dealing with this particular issue. But that wasn't the only proposal that was shut down. There were some other proposals as well that were kind of put on hold. But let me talk to Daniel, reaching us from Keta. Daniel, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
You're welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Daniel, you don't sound excited. Tell me, what's wrong?
Nothing much is happening over here. It's just a question. I've been calling from day to day about getting the answer to this question. So my question goes like this. We always said, or there's a song which they said on the first day of Christmas to the 12th. But when exactly is the first day of Christmas? I'm not getting it. So I want you to put it so that you tell me exactly when is the first day of Christmas. That's why I get to this answer. That is my question.
Thank you.
When is
the first day of Christmas?
We'll get the answer to you before this segment is over. The first day of Christmas, we'll definitely get it for you. That's what he's ranting about, which is cool.
It starts from
it's a cool
the last 12 days to the day, right? Probably because we...
Can you say this on authority?
And the first
when is the first day? It's not a song. When is the first day of Christmas?
I'm just trying to put 2 and 2 together just to see.
We'll get the answer for you, Daniel.
We'll get the answer.
This one is about to confuse you royally. It won't happen.
On the first
Look, listen, you can give us a call while she's thinking about when the first day of Christmas is. Give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind this morning. 7 days to Christmas Day. And let's go back to Kumasi. And good morning.
Good morning, Patrick.
Pacho, you're from Free Education, Anna. Is that your name?
You're actually Free Education.
Free Education. Okay, nice one. Yeah. Go ahead. Yo. Okay, free.
But MPs need to be, especially Ashanti region, Ghana for MPs, no, too much. Can we say, no, it's no. Can you know more church or the other? It's like a new Egypt one, like a Bobo party. That maybe I would buy Kufuman, Nick at the time, by Ubu. I am a man, young idea about where I can say when you're partying. But an individual more MPs and one of the Kamu. But I am not to say, never be brave. I would would buy a Yabu, will young time in Ghana for a man another Kojina platform swap or campaign, which a Ghana football, and I am a Duma also to all this to Kakaka. Not from Pabon Teenage, then good I see a when in penny for to be a young woman, but my share, maybe the idea, because I beg you over, but Camopia. About being to send them in your water and Yaban without yourself.
Thank you very much. I didn't understand what Free said, so translate for me.
I got lost at a point.
Okay.
Yeah, so Free, thank you so much for that phone call. You can also call in and tell us what's on your mind. I'm sure that...
Because when somebody speaks
Jane is
I will be listening to translate for you. When another person speaks Chi, I want you to do the same.
I get it. I know.
Thank you very much.
It's not just about you. It's probably, I mean...
Or it's the name, the Free Education just confused you.
I'm just thinking more about our viewers who are watching, the fact that not everybody understands the local language.
Yeah,
so,
but you do, so you help me.
Yeah, of course, I'll do that.
Akbar.
Yeah.
Good.
I was looking at other things whilst you were paying attention. But you don't do bad. You remember when you were at Menchia reporting on the Asante Himes funeral?
Do you know how many sheep I may have to go and slaughter to appease?
So the good news this morning, so I know we were all concerned the fact that we still didn't have vaccines, for our students who were dying of the swine flu. We're told that this week, hopefully, it should come in. So it's not here yet, but it's to be expected now this week.
We've been waiting for these vaccines
I know,
for 2 weeks.
And I agree. It is delayed. So let's pray that it comes in this week. Okay, to save the situation. Well, Kelvin, good morning. You're live on GH today. Where are you calling from?
Kelvin, good morning. You're live on GH today.
Kelvin, I can hear myself. Could you kindly turn down the volume on the set?
Morning.
Kelvin, I can hear myself. Could you kindly
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Okay, right. You can hear me now, right?
I can hear you.
Sure, let's talk through the phone, please. So, yes, what's on your mind?
All right. What is in my mind? I was a teacher, and then we were being posted last year for our normal teaching. So we thought this government promised us a lot for us to, vote for. Because when we were in school, we were suffering seriously, promising that when we were being posted, we are going to receive all arrears which we have worked for. But looking at what the previous government was doing, which was not very good for us, that we decided to vote for this government. In fact, he has turned against us, making us suffer seriously. Because when all our seniors were working, they were receiving something when they started working. So they were receiving some amount. But for us, we started working without receiving a peso for 8 solid months. For 8 solid months. But now we have worked till this time, we just received 3 months of our salary arrears. The rest, no. After this time. So we don't know the kind of promises this government gave to us and then how he's going to fulfill us. In fact, talking about free education and so on, for the free education to sustain, we the people at the basic side, we can make it what? Real. So the government should please help us so that we will get all our years, so that we will have the dream in working for the government. That is what I have for this morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Very much. Yeah, that man deserves his money. You can't be unpaid for 8 months. What are you doing? Yeah. Please
you know how it feels like even when it's not to do with salary, end of month remuneration, and there are people who always look up to you for support, and they come to you you're not able to, fulfill that.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's frustrating, depressing.
I mean, I've never been in a situation where my salary was withheld from me for 8 months. I just want to know how people survive in this way. Let's go to Albert, please. Albert, good morning. I hope you've turned the volume on your TV to 0 so we can talk through the phone. How are you?
Thank you.
Good morning. What's on your mind?
Yeah, I'm not Albert. I'm Robert.
Oh, like me. Robert, good morning.
Hey, Bobby.
Yeah. You speak to Beswa.
Oh, okay, yeah, speak to Beswa.
You are Chinese man. You don't hear Ghana language.
Abanka, nyake blomnala. Okay, Beswa, over to you.
Hi, Bob.
Yes, madam. Good morning.
Good morning, my dear.
I would like to speak my own language, please.
Go ahead, shoot.
Shoot. If I try to be hungry, I will go to how many share? Abanyobai or Nutibia or Yadipa. Now, Adibia or say one district, one factory. Yadibia, the city who say, and your government, Kiankasan all year. Amadachi be so no one next government of Ebano. One can say chief executive for the two at the honor to need the Aqua show. And answer government, sorry, me factory. Is it by the government or by individual, by a private entrepreneur, a bina on a year? If you government, all money clear, all money clearly say, Obi, and if you are in all support, and I say, government nine and what you I said, Obi say, me, Robert, me, only many from many any. I'm a Dutch in future to come. Well, even so, like example, say government changes about when ever. You see what I mean?
All right, Robert.
It's me, Pacho. On government, on from my air. And you say, or and no, and I say, Obi, I will now, you know, me, my idea.
So points, no, yes. Your point has been made. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, Bobby. Bobby, thank you. So Bobby is basically trying to see clarification on exactly what form that the One District, One Factory is taking.
Mesagoma.
Atase. Is that Atase? Okay. Okay.
I didn't hear. If you speak my language today, I can see whether we all will be on the same level.
I mean, he was just trying to pull you on.
Listen, the first day of Christmas, this is for Daniel from Qatar. It's 25th of December. So between 25th and 5th of January, inclusive.
Okay.
Those are the 1st to the 12th day. So 5th January is the 12th day of Christmas. First day is 25th.
Who is Daniel, by
from
the way?
Qatar. He called and he wanted to know whether...
How do we know that this is the fact, exactly what it is?
No, I checked.
Oh, you checked?
Yes, I told you, I promised.
So you checked, but you said it's from Daniel. That's
no, Daniel's question was that, what was the first day of Christmas?
Okay, so now you're confusing me. Okay, listen.
Based on focus. Breathe in and focus. Breathe in.
All right,
breathe out.
Jane,
breathe out.
What's the carol again?
Focus. Holy Night. You see, I'm listening.
Oh, Holy Night. Enjoy. We're back with our discussions on the breakfast review segments, plus more.
Focus. Focus.
The weary world rejoices.